Hello students, today I am going to start your chapter number 1, that is rational numbers. Students, today I will discuss some important facts and definitions of rational numbers, and after today's video you can solve your exam exercise 1.1 easily. So firstly, what is rational number? The numbers which can be put in the form P upon Q, means the numbers which can be put in the form P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equals to 0, are called rational numbers. So where P and Q are integers, so firstly, what is integers? A combined set of negative numbers and whole numbers is called integers. It means -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, and these numbers are called negative integers. All the numbers of negative sign, all the numbers of positive sign and 0, set of all these numbers is called integers. So, and Q cannot be equals to 0. Examples of rational number: 4 upon 5, -6 upon 11, -7 upon -11, 0 upon 5. 0 is also a rational number because 0 can be put in the form 0 upon 1. Okay, the denominator is 1. 0 is a rational number because 0 is equals to 0 upon 1. We can write 0 as 0 upon 1 because when we put 1 in denominator, then the number will remain same. So 0 is also a rational number. Natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and decimal numbers can be written in the form P upon Q. So they all are also rational numbers. Natural numbers: 8. 8 is also a rational number because 8 can be written as 8 upon 1. This is same thing, 8 and 8 upon 1. Both are same. So natural number 8 is also a rational number because we can put it in the form of P upon Q. -6 is also a rational number because we can write -6 as -6 upon 1. And decimal number 4.2. Students, when we remove decimal of 4.2, then we can get 42 upon 10 because when we remove its decimal, then we get 10 on its denominator, and 42 upon 10 is the form of P upon Q. So decimal numbers are also rational numbers. Every fraction is a rational number. Every fraction is a rational number because every fraction is in the form of P upon Q. So every fraction is a rational numbers. So what we studied? We studied that 0 is a rational number, natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and decimal numbers, and all fractions can be put in the form of rational numbers. So they can known as rational numbers. Now positive rational numbers. Rational numbers whose numerator and denominator are either both positive or both negative, they are called positive rational numbers. This is a rational number 7 upon 9. So sign of its numerator and denominator is positive, so it is positive rational numbers. And -37 upon -17 because both the numerator and denominators are of negative sign. -2 upon -3. -2 upon -3 is also a positive integer because sign of numerator is of negative and sign of denominator is of negative. So this is positive rational numbers. And 5 upon 13, numerator and denominator are both of a positive sign. So this is a positive rational number. Student, this is a correction in your sheet. You can assign 3 by negative sign because in this sheet this is written as -2 upon 3. So this is wrong. You can assign 3 by negative sign. Now negative rational numbers. Rational numbers in which either numerator or denominator is negative. It means rational numbers in which either numerator or denominator is negative. It means numerator and denominator both are of opposite signs. -5 upon plus 6. So this is negative rational number because numerator is of negative sign and denominator is of positive sign. Minus 99 upon 100, 5 upon minus 31. Here numerator is of plus sign and denominator is of negative sign. So these are positive rational numbers and negative rational numbers. If both the numerator and denominator are of positives or both negative sign, then it is called positive rational numbers, and rational numbers in which either numerator or denominator is negative. It means sign of numerator and denominator is opposite to each other, then it is called negative rational numbers. Equivalent rational numbers. Equivalent rational numbers are obtained by multiplying or dividing the numerator and the denominator of the given rational number by the same non-zero integer. If I want to find equivalent fractions of 1 by 2, then how can I find? I multiply its numerator and denominator by the same number. Firstly, I will multiply by 1, then 1 upon 2 is also a equivalent rational number of 1 upon 2, and after then I multiply 1 upon 2 by 2, then I get 2 upon 4, and same 3 upon 6. So 1 upon 2, 2 upon 4 and 3 upon 6. These are equivalent rational numbers of 1 upon 2. So this is the process to find equivalent rational numbers. We multiply or divide numerator and the denominator by the same number, and then we can get equivalent rational numbers. Now how can we find that given two rational numbers are equivalent or not? Let a upon b and c upon d are two rational numbers. If a upon b equals to c upon d, or when we do cross multiplication, then we get a into d, ad, and equals to b into c equals to bc. If ad equals to bc, then they are equivalent, otherwise not. If we want to compare two rational numbers, then if their cross multiplication is same, then they are equivalent rational numbers, otherwise not. If ad equals to bc, then they are equivalent. And if ad is greater than bc, then if ad is greater than bc, then this rational number is greater, and if ad is less than bc, then this rational number is greater. If ad is greater than bc, then a upon b is greater than c upon d, and if ad is less than bc, then a upon b is less than c upon d. Standard form of a rational number. Students, you did it in your previous classes. Then how can we find standard form? A rational number p upon q is said to be in standard form if q is positive and p and q have no common divisor other than 1. To find standard form a rational number, firstly we will find their HCF, and after finding their HCF, we will divide their numerator and denominator both of rational numbers by that HCF, and we can find standard form of a rational number. For example, 9 upon 2, 9 upon 12. This is a rational number and we have to find its standard form. So firstly, what is HCF of 9 and 12? That is 3. So we have to divide its numerator and denominator by 3. So what we can get? 3 upon 4. So this is standard form of 9 upon 12. So this is the process to find standard form of a rational number. And how can we say that this is a standard form? Because there is no common divisor other than 1 in 3 and 4. So this is a standard form. A rational number p upon q is said to be in standard form if q is positive and p and q have no common divisor other than 1. Now operations on rational numbers means how can we add, subtract, multiply and divide rational numbers. If p upon q and r upon s are two rational numbers, then P upon Q plus R upon S. How can we add two rational numbers? Then firstly we will multiply their denominators Q into S, QS, and after this is our denominator, and for numerator we will multiply numerator of first rational number by denominator of second rational number P upon S and sign of positive, and we will multiply numerator of second rational number by denominator of first rational number R upon Q. So this is the process of addition. P upon Q minus R upon S, denominator will be S addition. Firstly we will multiply their denominators Q upon S, and for numerator we will multiply numerator of first rational number by denominator of second rational number and sign of negative, and numerator of second rational number will be multiplied by denominator of first rational number. So R into Q. P upon Q into R upon S. How can we multiply rational numbers? We will multiply, in numerator we will multiply their numerators, and in denominator we will multiply their denominators. So this is very easy process. Now how can we divide? P upon Q divided by R upon S. So first rational number will remain same, P upon Q, and we change the sign of division into sign of multiplication, and we will multiply first rational number by reciprocal of second rational number. So R upon S is a rational number. So what is multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of R upon S? That will be S upon R. Okay students. Now properties of rational numbers. So firstly, what is closure property? If we add, subtract, multiply and divide two rational numbers, then their answer will remain a rational number. Then it is called a closure property. Rational numbers are closed under addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, excluding division by 0 because this is not defined. When we add two rational numbers, then we get answer as a rational number. It means rational numbers are closed under addition, and when we subtract two rational numbers, then it will be also a rational number, and this is also applicable for multiplication and division. Now commutative property. Commutative property holds for addition and multiplication of rational numbers. Firstly, what is commutative property? In addition or multiplication or subtraction and division, meaning of commutative property is when we change the order of numbers, then the answer will remain same. For example, 1 plus 2 is equals to 3, and when I change order of these two numbers, 2 plus 1, this is also 3. It means this is called commutative property. It means answer will remain same after order of given numbers in any operation. So commutative property holds for addition and multiplication only. Commutative property does not hold for subtraction and division. Associative property. Associative property holds for addition and multiplication of rational number, but associative property does not hold for subtraction and division of rational number. What is associative property? Associative property means answer will remain same after change of grouping. It means we have to add P upon Q plus R upon S plus T upon Q. So for addition, firstly we can add these two numbers, and then we can add P upon Q in their answer, and we can add firstly P upon Q and R upon S, and after adding these two rational numbers we can add T upon U in their answer. So answer will remain same, P upon Q into R upon S into T upon U. Firstly you can multiply these two numbers, and after multiplication of these two numbers you can multiply this rational number. And if you don't want to do this, then you can firstly divide these two rational numbers, and after multiplication of these two rational numbers you can multiply T upon U. It means answer will remain same after changing of grouping. So associative property holds for addition and multiplication of rational numbers. Distributive property of multiplication or addition for rational numbers. What is distribution property? Distribution property of natural numbers is this: a multiply by b bracket b plus c. So a into b plus a into c. This is distributive property. And if p upon q, r upon s and t upon u are any three rational numbers, then p upon q multiply by r upon s plus t upon u. It means firstly we will multiply p upon q by r upon s, p upon q into r upon s, sign of positive, p upon q multiply by t upon u. This is distributive property. Property of 0. When we add 0 to any rational number, then sum is the rational number itself. It means when we add 0 to any rational number, then the sum will remain the rational number itself. If p upon q is a rational number, then p upon q plus 0 or q plus p upon q is equals to p upon q. 0, it means 0 is called the additive identity. Property of 1. When we multiply any rational number by 1, then the product is the rational number itself. When we multiply p upon q, this is a rational number, by 1, then we get p upon q. And when we multiply 1 by p upon q, then we get also p upon q. It means 1 is called multiplicative identity and 0 is called additive identity. Negative of a number. If p upon q is any rational number, then there exists another rational number with negative sign, p upon q, such that p upon q plus negative of p upon q and their sum will be equals to 0. So p upon q and minus p upon q are called additive inverse or negative to each other, because their addition is 0 and 0 is additive identity. When we add two rational numbers and we get answer 0, then those two rational numbers are called additive inverse to each other. Reciprocal of a number or multiplicative inverse. If p upon q is any rational number, then there exists another rational number q upon p, such that p upon q multiply by q upon p, then it will be equals to 1. So 1 is multiplicative identity. So q upon p is called reciprocal or multiplicative inverse of p upon q. P upon q and q upon p are called the multiplicative inverse of each other. 1 and minus 1 are the only rational numbers which are their own reciprocal. So we can write 1 as 1 upon 1 in the form of rational number. So what is its reciprocal? When we interchange its numerator and denominator in each other, then we get its reciprocal. So its denominator is 1 and its numerator is 1. So this is also 1. So 1 and minus 1 are the only rational numbers which are their own reciprocals. Multiplicative inverse of 0 does not exist. Okay students, now you can solve your exercise 1.1 easily. If you have any problem in this exercise, then you can ask me.